Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sean and we are now at the night of romantic shopping. So through seeing those mood teasers, oh my gosh, we're gonna get some like potential alternate version of royalty in a way, and dried flowers. Yeah, okay, as I said in my reaction for Light, I still think that Promise, that romantic, is gonna show the roses. Like, it makes so much sense for it to show the roses. Potential like funeral vibes, who knows? I'm very excited. I bet that these concept images are going to be like the most beautiful, because that's what the members have also been hinting. So we'll find out really soon. I still got some time, like 2 minutes until the concept comes out. Do I have any other predictions? As far as like visually, I definitely think there's going to be like a lot of like literal beige and white and cream tones. Whatever predictions that I do have is purely just going to be based on what I'm thinking of the mood teasers. But also, every time I've tried to predict some kind of expectation, it has always been like so far from it, so yeah. What is going on? There we go, okay. Alright, so now that I know exactly how the thread works, it goes group shots and then it goes all the way from, you know, into the members, so let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I feel like we're in a castle. Which? Huh, a castle. Huh. Yeah, it's like very princely, but also like casual prince. Hey, there's the rose. I will say the outfits are like not as like intense as I was expecting for some reason. So I think that it may have been Subin that's in the mood teaser. I hope this is the poster shot. This one's beautiful. Subin. Alright, now we're starting to see holding the rose that may or may not be dead. Oh, the makeup! Oh my god, we're bringing back the sparkly makeup. Yes! Oh, this one is beautiful. I'm like trying to kind of place like what they're trying to reference with like the set, because clearly it's definitely meant to be a castle, and like I don't know, is this meant to kind of be literally referencing the Little Prince on his planet? But I mean, he doesn't have an actual castle on his planet, so I don't know. And here we have the glass coffin. Wow, this is so beautiful. Wow, oh my gosh. Oh, it's such an interesting blend of like princely, but then also kind of casual at the same time. So interesting. Oh, the makeup. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of Lullaby. That like super sparkliness. Oh, they even went like super intense with the highlighting on his ear. Oh, the makeup. Literally, I'm a huge sucker for either like smoky makeup as we saw in Ethereal, or like sparkly soft makeup as we're seeing here. Ooh, this is so dramatic. I love it. Ooh. Wow. This one reminds me of an image from hour 3. I'll have it up here, what I mean, but wow. Ooh, I like this perspective. Nice. Seriously, what is with the castle? Like, I am so confused on what the castle is meant to represent. Ooh, oh my god, so, like, soft, but beautiful and impactful all at the same time. Wow. Oh, this one's so beautiful. Yeah, like, they are definitely saying, like, a last goodbye to what the flowers represent. Which we have, like, 2 things that the flowers represent. One, Magic Island, which also represents, you know, their childhood. It's other because, like, the main concept of Tamari is to, like, reconnect with your childhood, but also accept adulthood. So, I don't know, there's many different layers as to what the flowers can represent, but off the top of my head, it's definitely saying goodbye to, I guess, a version of Magic Island that they can no longer embrace, can no longer be with. Oh, not at him lying next to it. Oh, Ponky, why? Oof. Okay, side note, he also calls it nice. Oh, this one. Oh, oh my gosh. This concept is so magical in such a nuanced way. Alright, now for Jaehyun. Okay, you're coming through with that innocence that always peeks through in at least some images, even if it's, like, ironically a very non-innocent concept, but I'm seeing that, like, distinctive play on innocence here. Oh, oof! That makeup. I feel like this is kind of the makeup that I was expecting for light concept. Like, it's a little bit more heavier on the glitteriness. I mean, they did use like a majority blush, like a lot of blush in that concept, but the sparkliness we see around the eyes is also what I was like really expecting for light. But I am so glad that they brought it in for romantic. It's so pretty. And this angle, oh my gosh. Oh my god, that's what it is! Saw through the heart. Oh. Oh, this is so sad. I love how for ethereal it was like majority like a very punk rock emo type of vibe with like little bits of like a stereotypical ethereal angelic feel with like the guitars and the wings. But it was still very like opposite to what you'd expect. And now for romantic, it's very bittersweet. Okay, but like this one perfectly mirrors the Bongi one for sure. This one reminds me of an image from a Nightmare concert where he's looking at the sand hourglass. Oh my gosh. It's so soft but dramatic at the same time. Like, wow. Okay, quick battery change and then we get to Kai's. Okay. Yeah, for Kai's. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Wait, was there a rose with town? Hang on, let me just quickly go back to... I mean, he's just got petals and some flowers in the back, but he's not distinctly holding a singular rose. Interesting. Ooh. I love how they've styled his hair. So damn pretty. My angelic Kai, the makeup. Whoever pitched the idea with the styling team and the visual directing team for them to do this makeup, seriously, thank you. Ooh, it's really leaning over it there. Oh my god, it's so freaking beautiful. Oh, He just knows how exactly to pose to just make you feel a certain type of way, you know? Wow. Wow. Still extremely confused by the actual set and like what the set means, but for now. Wow, okay. Time to jump over to website. I am very curious what extra shots there will be and what they'll show. And it's probably going to show them like looking very sad at the dried / dead flowers in the coffin. So, let's see. There we go. Oh, okay. They posted all the group shots on Twitter. Okay. Oh my. Movie shot. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, I love this one too. Wow. The styling setup is so fascinating. 아이고. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think there's 2 to 3 extra images. Ooh, nice. Interesting, it's like a harness strap design. Interesting. He always has to pose with his hand by his mouth or just on his face somewhere. But nonetheless, gorgeous. I love this one and how it really shows off the makeup. Like, it even shows off, you know, even the highlighting in the ear, which is a really interesting choice, but more highlight the better. Oh, this is a really lovely frame. Okay, I can't tell if he's like making himself look teary or not. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so who do we have in the calls? We have Subin, Ongyu, and Taehyun. Maybe Kai, but I'll need to double check. I want to zoom in to look at his makeup, but it's just gonna mess with it, so you know what? I will not. But he looks incredible. So pretty. Oh, another one I love the framing of. Wow, and of course, the side profile of the gods. Love this profile shot. Love the angle of this one. It looks so like just devastated here, which is just, oh my god, my heart. I'm lying next to the coffin of flowers, which, you know, there's that sense of like, I still don't want to leave you, I still don't want to say goodbye when he's lying next to it, which is just so, ugh. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, nice. This actually really reminds me of Gravity. It was one of the shots of him like leaning over the railing in the Gravity set. Definitely reminds me of that. It's bugging me that I can't pinpoint what this castle set is supposed to represent? Like, is it meant to be tied to something with Little Prince, or is it just meant to be referencing something completely different? Because, you know, if we take in the Star Seekers, for example, there's Dragon's Peak, which they primarily kind of visually characterize the Dragon's Peak headquarters as like a castle. So maybe there's like some small referencing to that. Otherwise, it's simply just the fact that they've got like a very princely look, and so they wanted to balance that out with a castle set, which, I mean, okay. I love this one, this 40-degree angle, so pretty. It is so beautiful, but it's so... Okay, he is wearing a corset. Yeah, he's just wearing a black corset, right? Wow. This one really just... Ooh. The fact that you have the sword and the heart in frame, and then you have him kneeling over the coffin of flowers, just... Those three elements is just so like, oh my god, my heart. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's so freaking beautiful, like, just, oh my gosh. Okay, now, Kai. Oh my. I will never get used to just the pure ethereal makeup of his face. It doesn't matter what makeup, it doesn't matter what concept. This guy was born to portray a prince concept. Like, he was born to portray a rock star concept, born to portray a prince concept. Kai is just the perfect guy to pull off literally any concept. Of course, I mean that for all of them, but like, we all can all agree that there's just something about Kai that just, it hits so differently, and like, oh my god. Oh, he's so freaking beautiful. Wait, hang on. I was meant to see. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have a corset. His is just like a, probably an undershirt and then an overshirt. Fair enough. God, I love this. This one, I feel like it's reminding me of another image from Nightmare, where it's like this literal same angle as he's lying down. Oh, man. And I'm also getting that same kind of like defeated sadness kind of tone that we also saw in Gravity. The shots of them on that like railing platform thing, like on top of the building, and they just like look like they're hurt, they're kind of like defeated, and they just like look like they've been through hell, literally. I mean, it's not as intense here, but it's, I can still see that tone. What am I supposed to do with this angle, this pose, and this tone? I have no idea. Alrighty, let's now go over to the concept clip. Alright. Oh, Lost Romeo. I did not expect that they would bring in Romeo again. Okay. Oh, good. The iPad, this iPad, my mom's iPad is letting me load in 4K. That's nice. Okay. Make sure the volume is nice. There's subs available, so I don't know if it's, we're gonna need it for, but we'll see. Let's go.
And yet, I have a feeling I'll see you someday. Hundreds, if not thousands, of roses may be in bloom. But only one could save the boy loneliness. The boy finds himself longing for you as he patiently waits over and over again.
Oh my god, Subin, please.
I'll see you there tomorrow.
Okay, now I know why there were subs. Technically I didn't need them, but I'm glad I turned them on so I would have been able to follow along very easily. Oh, I was not expecting that this concept clip would have freaking a narration! Oh, wow. Oh my god, oh. What the hell is Promise gonna show? Promise is gonna wreck me, I just know it. My gosh. Okay, so the flow of this concept clip was much slower, much more smooth, much easier to like visually take in. Alright, I'm gonna go over this again. Lost Romeo.
And yet, I have a feeling I'll see you someday.
You will, yeah.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of roses may be in bloom.
I got Yonjin's voice.
But only one could save the boy from loneliness.
His voice is so sweet.
The boy finds himself longing for you as he patiently waits over and over again. I'll see you there tomorrow.
This one feels like it's gonna so smoothly lead into Promise, which I am now terrified for. Okay, beautiful message for the concept. Those visuals, like that shot of Kai and that shot of Subin specifically, because that's like really sticking in my mind. I always find it amusing and beautiful that whenever they have some kind of narration that's entirely in English, they get Yonjin to do it. I find that very amusing. Like he did the narration for the I think it was the Golden Disc Awards VCR where he's in the water, and now they're doing it again. Here, we have made it through everything. Okay, so yeah, I guess the castle is meant to represent, well, I mean, Romeo nor Juliet were royalty, so I honestly think that's just, you know, to tie into the princely vibes of their outfits. It's not really meant to be like its own thing referencing something. But yeah, was not expecting a literal reference this time to Romeo. Funnily enough, their Mama performance from the end of 2022 also was in tying with Romeo. That one, like that concept performance is called Goodbye Romeo. And they performed opening sequence, and then they went into the very awesome dance break, and then into Good Boy Gone Bad. Actually, they're bringing it back. Wow. I will say, like, the set design is also very like simple, gorgeous. I think my favorite part of this concept, definitely the makeup. I'm like so biased to the makeup. The hairstyling, I love that 3 out of 5 are wearing corsets. It's actually like a teeny bit ironic that Yeonjin's not wearing a corset because he very often is styled in a corset, but nope, he has not had that on. Wow. I'd say for once I actually managed to predict the conceptual tone of this concept the best. Something about the mood teasers really told you everything you needed to know. The rest was just like further exploring the concept. With now having the narration as a concept clip in mind, it's interesting that it's a farewell, but it's also a see you again tomorrow. So I guess it's not really so much like they're saying goodbye to, you know, the flowers and what the flowers represent, which obviously, you know, if we do bring back in the Little Prince, he loves his flower, his rose, the one rose that grew on his planet. And, you know, he learned that, yes, there are thousands of roses that are in existence, but what makes his rose special is the fact that it's his, that he has taken care of it. He's put in time and effort into helping it grow and helping it flourish and all that. I suppose then with the roses, like the dried flowers in the casket, could be that kind of mindset the Little Prince had, where he has to like kind of accept the fact that there's like a death of a mindset, being his rose on his planet is not the only rose to exist. There's many, many more. And so he would have to like accept like kind of a death of a belief. But now instead he has learned an even greater message, being, well, even if there are thousands of flowers that exist and thousands of roses that exist that look exactly like mine is still the most special for me because of how I have chosen to love and care for it. So with this concept and the flowers, I think there's like a duality of they're saying goodbye to, like, I guess the notion of an old mindset of how they used to see flowers, because they used to see flowers in like a kind of love is a light tone, because literally every single time that they would perform the Good Boy Gone Bad dance break, you'd always have Bongyu with the rose in his mouth, and then he lights it on fire to kind of signal like burning the love that was a lie. So this, I feel like, is like a funeral, a farewell to the notion of what the flowers used to represent for them. And they are now kind of reawakened to a new mindset of waiting for the real you that they have been longing for to come and meet them tomorrow. And then we'll see what that looks like in Promise. So I 100,000% expect that Promise is going to make me cry. I don't know like which image it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be immediate, but like I got damn emotional when I first saw the 2 recreated images of Starboard. So something tells me that Promise is going to hit me very hard. That's for damn sure. Wait, I'm gonna quickly check translating TXT to see if there is just by any chance something that I may need to read. Yeah, she's got some quotes alongside some concept images, so I will read those out real quick, because why not? I have lost myself, I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some otherwhere. Lost Romeo, Romeo and Juliet. So the images of them kneeling by the casket alongside the images of the wings. I killed it myself. Even if I crash down headfirst with broken wings, it doesn't hurt anymore, which is Yarrington's rap from Good Boy Gone Bad. Both Romeo and the Little Prince died for their love. Ah, yes, that's true. The snake in the Little Prince story, it's the Little Prince, and it's that, sent him back to his planet. Well, I mean, theoretically sent him back to his planet. We have no idea what actually happened to the Little Prince. Romeo died for Juliet, and the Little Prince died for his rose. Romeo dies while drinking poison and saying, "Here's to my love," because he'd rather die than live a life without Juliet, while the Little Prince lets the poisonous snake bite him in order to attend to his rose. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, one of my friends who does like a lot of really great theories, now that I remember, she did also bring in a lot of topic about Romeo and Juliet and their ending. Okay, this makes so much more sense why they're referencing Romeo in this concept. Right, yes, because it's the same similar storyline of sacrificing yourself for your love. More or less the same storyline, just obviously told in very 2 different ways. Okay, I don't know why I actually forgot that. That makes so much more sense now. Oh, okay. I'm recalling one of my predictions of this concept that we would definitely see roses, and technically speaking, we totally did. It wasn't how I was expecting we'd see them. Like, I was literally just imagining literal bunch of red roses everywhere. There wasn't as many as I was expecting, but we definitely do 100,000% see flowers in this concept, which was like my main prediction. I am so glad I got that correct. As far as what we could see in Promise, I genuinely have absolutely no idea. They really could go in like absolutely any direction. Like, I mean, I'll be able to configure some kind of prediction, I guess, when the mood teasers drop, but otherwise, not a damn clue. But it does make me the absolute most curious and nervous for a Promise concept. Okay, but there we have Romantic. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so in love with it. Like, it's much more on the somber side, considering, like I kept, rambling on about, it's like the farewell of, like, a mindset of love for flowers, such the rose, but also, like, a waiting and a longing for the one rose that they still hold the most dear, the Rose of More. Visually speaking, I do not have a favorite concept at all. I mean, Promise may end up outranking all of these concepts, or I may just simply have a bias to literally all of them. I just love each of the charm that every single concept has given so far, like the strong kind of otherworldly sunset of light, the dark, punky, grungy, like, and yet ironically angelic vibes of ethereal, and then this beautiful, like, very Victorian, I guess, like, I suppose it would fit into a Renaissance era type of tone as well. Romantic is so, like, how would I describe it? I don't know. I know what I'm trying to go for, but I don't know how to word it. So editing me, I hope you know what I'm going for. Help a girl out. I definitely love the profile shots because you get to really see the makeup well. I love the shots of them kind of like looking off into the distance, and the shots of them kneeling right by the coffin. Oof. Just oof. Yeah. Absolutely freaking gorgeous concept. I really, really, really love it. Alrighty, I shall wrap up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button below, comment below what you thought of this concept, if it's become your favorite concept.